I need to make an apology. I made a critical error in one of my last videos. Hello future investors and welcome back to another weekly episode. Today it's Friday and it's the weekend. Woohoo! So I hope everyone's happy and looking forward to whatever they've got planned for at the weekend. So yeah, I need to make a little bit of an apology because I made a couple of errors in one of my latest videos. Now, my latest video was intended for new precious metals investors, where I was offering a lot of advice and information. Maybe there was quite a bit of an information overload, but it was really my opinion on where maybe you can make the best first investments when it comes to buying gold and silver, but more so gold. Now, I did put in the comments after I made the video, which I pinned at the top so everyone watching it could see. I said, look, in this video I gave a lot of information, but if there is anything wrong, please put it in the comments and let me know, because I want to have the best and most accurate information for anyone watching the video, and more importantly, really, for new investors. And it was made aware to me that through a few comments I did make a couple of boo-boos. So yeah, I want to apologise for that. In my haste of creating the video and excitement of just talking about this particular topic, I lost my bearings a little bit and I actually forgot some critical information and confused myself. So let me clear up some of those things that I mentioned that I would like to now recorrect. Thanks to my subscribers. Let me know in the comment section below. So one of the first things I would like to correct is I said gold bars are you have to pay VAT when you buy them. That was a big boo-boo from me, because that is not in fact true. I'm not sure where I got that from, but yes, you don't have to pay VAT when you buy gold bars. In fact, all gold bullion, at least in the United Kingdom, is VAT free. So yeah, apologies for that. If you are one of those new investors and you're still watching, you can buy one of these gold bars, for example, and you won't have to pay VAT, because all gold bullion is VAT free. So I hope that clears that one up. So that is one of the first errors cleared up. Now, the other thing I mentioned was a lot of talk about capital gains tax and how the Britannia coins, such as these here, are capital gains tax exempt. Now, that is in fact correct. Because it's legal tender in the United Kingdom, the Britannia, it is actually exempt from capital gains as well as the sovereign. Now, what I actually said was these gold bars are not capital gains tax exempt. Now, that's not strictly true. And the reason for that is I'm going to explain now. So, capital gains tax in the United Kingdom is a tax you pay on any gains made on an investment. Now, I made that pretty clear in the last episode. However, what I failed to mention was you only pay capital gains tax when you cross over the threshold limit that is set by the government. Now, that threshold limit currently in the United Kingdom is actually a limit of £6,000. And then in 2024, they're actually lowering that limit to £3,000. So it's actually getting lower and lower, which isn't necessarily a good thing, because it means the lower it gets, the more likely you are going to have to pay capital gains tax. But the point of the matter is, I said you have to pay capital gains tax when you sell gold bars. Now, that's not technically true, is it? Because this bar, as we know, is worth between 60 to 70 to 80 pound, depending if you're selling it privately for a bullion dealer, and obviously the fluctuation of prices at the time. Now, you won't pay capital gains tax on this bar if you sell it. It's as simple as that. And what I said is not accurate. I said you will pay capital gains tax. But of course, this bar is only worth, it's worth less than £100 at the moment. So you will not pay any capital gains tax on any gold bullion that you sell, which is below the current limit of £6,000. So a better way of explaining this would be, if you've got £6,000 worth of gold bullion, you will then pay capital gains tax on that amount because it's over the limit. Okay, so what's stopping you from selling your investments in fractions and in different places? Because there's no rule to say you have to sell all of your precious metals at the same place at the same time. So if you did have an investment stack of more than £6,000, what you could do is you could segregate it into separate selling piles and separate selling dates. And what that would do is that would be a way to avoid paying any capital gains tax. Now, another way you could do it would be giving it to a family member, a trusted family member, or a really trusted friend. And you could say, look, can you go and sell this for me? And I'll go and sell this half. And that way you can avoid capital gains tax. So what I said about gold bars, you get taxed on them when you sell them, you know, it's a really big negative. That's not strictly true to the book, because if you're selling anything that's below a current limit of £6,000, you're not paying any tax on that. So that now changes it, doesn't it? That now makes gold bars actually extremely desirable, in my opinion, because when you know you now haven't got to pay tax on that item, you think, wow, okay, I'm going to get some more of those. And even if you bought £60,000 of these bars, you could sell them in fractions at £5,999 at a time, and you would still avoid capital gains tax because, as we know, precious metals is not tracked by the government. The only way they would figure it out is if they got a legal action to look through your bank statements and see that you've spent X amount at the Royal Mint, for example. But that's never going to happen. So it's completely possible to sell your precious metals without paying capital gains tax. So I'm clearing that error up now, saying you do not have to pay capital gains tax on gold bars or any gold bullion really, as long as it's below £6,000 in total sales. So that now makes that a very interesting investment, doesn't it? It almost makes you want to buy bars over coins just because of how cool they are. So apologies for that error, but I hope that's cleared that up. Now, a final one, still similarly related to capital gains taxes. You do pay capital gains tax on gold and silver. However, gold and silver Britannias and sovereigns are capital gains tax exempt as they are legal tender. So, as we said, I could sell this 007 1 ounce silver bar, and because it's below the 6,000 limit, it's irrelevant. I won't pay any tax on it. But technically, if we're going to look at this from a view of over £6,000 in sales, yes, I'm going to pay tax on it, okay? But if I had £6,000 worth of quarter ounce or 1 ounce or 1/10 ounce gold Britannias, I will never pay tax on that because they're a legal tender, which means I do not pay any tax. So you can sell as many silver and gold bullion coins as you want, as long as they're below the £6,000 threshold limit, which is changing to a £3,000 threshold limit in 2024. But the benefit of this quarter ounce gold Britannia is you could sell a whole load of them, as many as you want, millions of pounds worth, and you will never pay tax on that item. So really, there was only 3 errors I made in terms of my last video, and 2 of them are kind of similar. So you could really say it was 2 errors. But apologies for that. You know, I don't ever claim to be a professional. I'm just a precious metals avid stacker and investor who also loves creating content on YouTube. That's an equal passion of mine alongside of investing in precious metals. So I hope I've cleared up any of the misconception from my previous video, but all in all, apologies for that, and every day is a school day, as they say. So keep stacking, my friends. Thank you for supporting the channel. Make sure you leave a comment below if you stayed till the end, and until then, I'll see you in the very next episode. Bye bye, guys. To watch another episode on gold and silver bullion, click the link now.